We are going live. What is going on, everybody? I say that, but like it takes a few seconds to actually get going and get live. So we might be live right now. We might not. I kind of just wait for the notification to tune on. Yeah, I think we're live now. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in.
Let me get on there. I'm going to put it on my side screen.
All right, there we go.
Is my keyboard picking up noise? Or is it?
No, I don't. Okay. Yeah, I don't hear it. You're good.
Okay. Hold on. Go to...
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? I'm going to drop Backcourt Nba, also known as Blake's link in the description, guys. If you have not already, before we even get into this podcast, go subscribe to Backcourt NBA, new upcoming channel. He's going to be going live for some NBA as well, just like I do as well. And so we're going to start this podcast around 3 minutes. We're going to let some people get in here, subscribe to Backcourt, and then we'll just get right away. All today is we're probably going to be doing a few of these podcasts here and there. But today we're going to be fully focused on talking about the NBA and only the NBA today. And so that's what we'll be doing. Let me go share the stream out to my Discord, and then we should be ready to go.
I'm going to actually, I don't have a Discord for my YouTube yet. I only have a personal one, so I'll get that going, and then I'll...
You don't have a what?
And then I don't have a Discord that's made for my YouTube yet. I just have my personal one.
That's definitely something you want to get. Obviously, it helps a lot for me. I have a community post, so that's how I reach out to a lot. But Discord's also another way. Appreciate y'all subbing to Backcourt. Just keep on hitting that subscribe button. Smash the like button as you come on in. I think we should just dive right into this, get some conversation going. So first, how are you doing today, bro?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing, where we are, because I saw you, obviously Nebraska, and I checked you on Snapchat, and I heard it seems like really hot outside. What was it, 91? It was something like that.
Today it was like, I don't know, it's just hot and it's humid. It's like 97, dude. It's crazy. But anyway,
total opposite here, down in Florida, because you know that little hurricane or tropical storm kind of going.
Yeah, I heard about that.
We're getting all we're under a flood warning right now. It's probably flooding just north of me.
That's
so
crazy.
Weather's been crazy. I haven't been able to go outside much. So it's I've just been living though. Alrighty, man. You want to just get straight into it, bro?
All right, let's do it. So first topic. So I'm gonna look up an article real quick, and it's gonna be about the Disney plan. So the NBA announced, what was it, Thursday?
Thursday or Wednesday. Thursday, because then the NBA Association accepted it on Friday.
Okay, so
personally for me, before you fold the thing, let me just say how happy I am to get sports back in general.
Yeah, no kidding.
And it's not like we've seen MLS starting to come back, NHL, baseball can't make up their mind, but I'm just so glad that something finally got official.
Yeah, I'm excited, and I think that the Disney plan is going to be really sweet. I mean, I've been to Disney World a lot, and I've seen the ESPN Worldwide Sports complex. It's nuts, dude.
Yeah, no, I go there relatively all the time because I live 2 hours away from there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Down where I am in Florida, so I go to Disney up all the time. I've got passes to Disney, Universal, all that. I was actually going to go to Universal, but the weather's tomorrow. But the weather's terrible. But yeah, we go there up all the time, and it's really nice. Obviously, it sucks, no fans allowed. Otherwise, I'd be at every single game. But I'm just I think it's gonna work well. I like how they did it. I like how they didn't send all 30 teams back though. All right, go ahead, pull the email.
Okay, so here's what we're looking at. So this is an article by the New York Times, and basically it just outlines how. So there are 3 places that they are probably going to play at. One of them is HP Fieldhouse. The other one is the Visa Athletic Center, and the third one is it's just called the Arena. So basically, what's going to happen is they're going to split games through there, and the teams are going to play all day. There will be basically no breaks in between games, and things will just be moving, and it's going to be really fun to watch. But also, so there's going to be 22 teams, and that was approved. But within that vote, there was one team that said no, and that was as far as I've heard, it was the Blazers.
It was the Blazers, and I remember everyone was like, "Oh, James Dolan." They thought it was they thought it was the Knicks over there, and obviously, rightfully so. I mean, let's be honest, who wouldn't think that it would be the Knicks?
Well, I mean, but why would James Dolan want his team to play? I mean, it's like they're already so bad. There's like no chance of them even winning a game. So
and here's my thing, and I know this is one of our things, so we might as well break into it. And yes, Arku, we are both Jazz fans. We are both big Jazz fans. I'm so confused why Portland said no. If someone could give me a reason, I mean, it fits them. They are they're ninth. They're a game and a half out of playing in the play-in spot. Why are they saying no?
You look at Damian Lillard's tweet from a while back. I think it was a few days ago, and he says he's not gonna play if he doesn't get the thing, and he got in. And so I'm confused why they would be mad.
And what he says in his tweet, he says, I will not play if there's not a chance to make the playoffs. There's an absolute 100% chance of making the playoffs. So what they said they're doing for scheduling, they're gonna go down just like down the schedule. But if you play a team that wasn't invited, they have to reschedule another one, the next team. I don't really officially know, but let's just look. So we're gonna go. They'll start off playing the Grizzlies.
Right.
This is tentatively. I'm not 100% sure on this, but this is what the rumors are right now. They'll start Grizzlies. Yeah. They'll go Rocket. Then they'll play the Rockets. Then they'll play the Mavericks. Then they'll play the Celtics, 76ers, Nets, and then maybe Jazz. No. They missed the Jazz by one game. So you look at that. Yes, it's a tough schedule, but then who is 8 in the West right now?
That would be
it's Memphis. Right, Memphis, so they've got a game to start off against Memphis.
That is a must win for them.
Yeah,
that really is a must win. But I think that, I mean, I watched the Blazers this year, and I think that they were really good. There were some plays in that game that, I mean, kind of just took them out of it. And the biggest one is, their strength is obviously in crunch time. They have Damian Lillard, and he's so versatile. So even if they're in crunch time, he's not even going to have any he's not even going to have anybody pushing him in either direction. So he's unfazed. He can do whatever he wants. But I've seen him play. He can shoot, and he can be twisted and still get a shot off and make it.
Yeah. I think it all just depends. And I remember I always watch him obviously when he plays the Jazz, and man, especially in that fourth quarter in the game that we got a steal in, on the bad call.
Yeah.
He just turned up in that fourth quarter. I was like, dang. And that's the thing about Damian Lillard, he can turn up, and that's why the Blazers have a legitimate shot. So you cannot give me a legitimate reason to why they actually said no. It
doesn't make sense. It just I don't understand, and I'm sure an explanation will probably come out later, but it just doesn't make any sense to me. But
no, it doesn't make any sense to me. But let's not count out the other teams in this though, because the Blazers, Pelicans, Kings are all tied for 9th, right? So we say the Blazers, but obviously
Pelicans are solid. The Kings are.
The Pelicans got a great squad, great young squad. Yeah. They could, and even the Kings. You've got De'Aaron Fox, you've got Marvin Bagley, you've got Buddy Hield, you've got those 3 players that they can. They have a couple great games, get on a hot streak. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows
they could go the distance.
They're going to play right after a 4-month break. I mean, we can't really tell for sure. I mean, we can make predictions, but One team could be hot. One team could be really cold. And
Right.
I'm telling you, all 9, 10, 11 seeds all have a shot. Even the Spurs at 12,
They have Coach
they're
Pop.
under 4 games back. They're
Coach
under 4.
Pop he makes stuff happen. I am sure that they will do well in this whole thing, but we'll see. We'll see.
And then you look at the Spurs, they're only half a game back from the 9 seed as well. And so all of a sudden, the Spurs get the play-in spot. They beat the Grizzlies 2 games. And just like that, their playoff streak stays alive.
And I agree with you, Gabriel. I agree with you, Gabriel. The Pelicans are definitely a dark horse in this. I think that they can come out on top any day. But the Spurs are not that bad. They're not. They have DeJounte Murray. They have LaMarcus Aldridge. He's aging, but he's still there.
But you still got DeMar DeRozan too.
Yeah, you still got DeMar too. It's a solid team, and their bench is just okay. But I mean, they're not bad. I don't think that they will end up making the cut, but it's definitely a possibility, and I wouldn't count it out at all.
Yeah, no, I don't think the Suns have a chance. I just don't think they're gonna climb up there. They could, but I just don't see it happening. But any of those 9 to 12 teams, I really could see. I could see any one of them playing for that play-in spot, possibly even stealing the 8 spot from the Memphis Grizzlies. But it really all depends, and it really depends on, again, scheduling. We're not 100% sure. There's ideas, as I said, of what it relatively could be, but we're not sure. So we can't. It's hard to make predictions when you can't even see who we're playing. But out of the scenario that we saw or that someone gave us, I'll tell you this: it's not a relatively great one for Utah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go over to our schedule. And I'm gonna read you our 8 games here.
All right.
That we would play, because obviously I did the research on my team more. So we would start off playing the Thunder again. So we would go back and we would play the Oklahoma City Thunder just like we were going to before it all shut down. Then we go and we play the Pelicans, the Grizzlies. So those 3 games right there are going to be a huge key. Those 3 games those 3 right there decide what we're going to get, because the next 2 are against the Lakers. Remember, because we were about to head to that back-to-back with the Lakers, which is the trouble with the Jazz. I think we might be able to pull one of them. But, all 3 games that I just said right there, they're
crucial. The thing about the Jazz right now is, well, you look at it, we have a really strong bench, but it was even stronger when we had Bojan, because
that's key. That is going to be the maker. That's going to be the make or break in this run for Utah.
The bench,
because Bojan Bogdanovic, second leading scorer, our most clutch player. I mean, that just sucks. But I could see us losing to the Thunder, even with Bogdanovic. We've already lost to him once this season in Oklahoma City. And we've already lost to the Pelicans, even though we should have won that game. That was freaking bull crap. The refs were terrible in that overtime game.
But
we could lose to the Grizzlies. We've lost to the Grizzlies before. And then the Lakers. Then we play the Spurs twice. And then the Mavericks. We do not have an easy schedule at all. In any circumstance. We don't have the Magic in there. We don't got the Wizards. We don't got the Suns. We got the hard teams.
Well, usually, I mean, if the schedule was exactly how it was and we had all 30 teams, we would have a couple bad apples thrown in there. But right now, I mean, the people who made it are going to be the top teams. And, I mean, they only put in teams that are in contention. So that's why you see in the East, it's not as many. And stuff like that, so they don't want to count anybody out, but at the same time, I think that it's going to be a really, really tough schedule for almost every team, basically.
You are right, because out of these teams, they're all legitimately good. I would have loved to play the Kings, and I would have loved to play the Wizards and Magic and Nets. Those would have been my ideal matchups for the Jazz, but obviously the timing just did not work out. schedule wise, which sucks, but it is what it is. But I'm telling you, man, we are. Let me look at the Western Conference standings. We are only, if you think about it, we're 1.5 games back of the Nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're
and
1.5.
I don't. Who would we be playing in the playoffs if we start? Well, depending on the
Thunder.
format.
We play the Thunder, and that'd be a close
So
series. That series is going 7. Could go either way, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, and I say that because of the loss of Bogdanovich. We have Bogdanovich, we win.
Had Bogdanovich, it's over. But then you don't have Bogdanovich, and they have a lot more room to work with. They have what's his name? Shai Gilgeous. They have Chris Paul, Dennis Schroeder at the backup point guard. He's really solid for a backup point guard.
Dennis Schroeder is
you
really
can name 10 better ones in the league. He's just really good for a backup, especially.
Hold on, give me a little fist bump right there because the Nuggets schedule is even harder. They got the Spurs, Lakers, Clippers, Thunder, Raptors, Heat, Spurs.
Yeah.
I love that. I absolutely love that. We pull out a few must-win games. We can get that 3 seed, which we need because we cannot face the Lakers.
No,
and
the Lakers would be way too tough of a matchup.
Yeah, me and you both know that. But what's going on, Mile High 6? Yeah, the East is pretty much locked up. What's going on, Josiah Gilbert? BB3, welcome in. And Alberto Garcia, he said he knows you. Welcome in, Alberto.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. What's going on, Dash? I don't know if I'm gonna end up getting it, bro. But guys, as I say, do make sure to go click the link. Go sub over to my man Backcourt NBA. Today we are just talking NBA. We're gonna have many more of these podcasts to come. He's also gonna be doing some NBA streams when it does come back, and I'm sure one of the 8 regular season games. I already know I'm doing the Thunder one, but I'm sure we can talk about doing the Grizzlies or Pelicans one if you're down. You can come on my channel. And we can both call play-by-play reaction for that game and all that good stuff. But he's also a huge Jazz fan as me, so definitely go subscribe to his channel if you guys have not already. But what do you want to get into now?
So we are going to go into a quick predictions topic, and this is who will be the most successful players coming into the Disney season. So
LeBron James.
Well, obviously LeBron. I think that. Well,
I think this break is really going to store him. I still do not have LeBron in the Lakers coming out of the West though, and I know that's going to piss off Josiah Gilbert in the chat. But I got the Clippers personally. But
I think personally that the Clippers beat the Lakers in a series. I don't think it's even a question. I think that they do. I think it would go to 7, but I think that they beat them.
Who, the Lakers?
Yeah. Or no, I think the Clippers beat the Lakers.
Yeah, okay. That's what I said too.
They're too stacked. Too stacked.
Yeah. So let me think of some breakout. I think Jaylen Brown. I think Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. And and we'll probably get to this later on, but I'm very high on what the Celtics could possibly do coming out of this. Obviously, depending on, I'm just really high on the Celtics, but we'll get to that later. But for players, I definitely think them. And then let me see, I'm thinking out west. I'm gonna go Damian Lillard turns up.
Actually, Josiah Gilbert. I do think that they would lose to the Clippers, and here's why. So you have the Lakers, you have the starting lineup, you have the bench. The bench is where that happens because look at the Clippers bench. They don't start Trez, do they? Trez is coming off the bench, right? Yeah. Trez is on the bench. Montrezl Harrell is a beast.
Dude, personally, for me, I love watching that man play. I love watching Montrezl Harrell play. He's one of my favorite players to whenever I love calling Clippers games.
They're fun they're just fun to watch. They're fast.
They're fun to watch. And I love Montrezl Harrell. Don't even get me started on that man. Oh my god, I love Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah. Okay, for my best player coming out of the break. Well, I'm actually I'm gonna start with a breakout, and that's probably gonna be Nikola Jokic. I think that he's gonna be a beast coming out of there. Like, no kidding, dude. I'm not
Yeah,
keen.
no, it seems like his weight's kind of got better.
Yeah, no kidding. If he can move a little bit faster, then
I'm
I'd
just
be
saying, though, that
up.
Nuggets schedule is hard, and the Nuggets were slumping before the break. Not saying that's going to carry over necessarily, but you remember they had to have that buzzer beater against the Hornets.
Yeah,
That's
not
it was out with
acceptable.
5.3 seconds or 4 with the Hornets. Jamal Murray hit it in the left corner, coming up on the left side.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. The Jazz really need to, obviously stay clear of the 4 spot, the 4 or 5 spot.
The 4 or
If
5,
we're gonna drop, we need to drop to the 6 or 7.
Yeah.
4.
We can't come out of the break slow.
We better not finish 5th. We better not finish 5th, because that'll be like 4 years in a row. Dude, that'll just make me so mad.
I think that another thing that's definitely going to make a difference is going to be who had the practice facilities open. The Jazz were one of the first teams to have that open.
One of the first ones.
So, and also, Conley is currently in Ohio, but he also has he has a court at his place. So I think he's going to come out of this pretty strong.
I am praying and hoping. I've always been high on Conley. I've never been a Conley hater. I fully believe in giving people a year and maybe even a year and a half. Just like for me, for football coaches, for everyone. So, like, for example, I was totally against the FSU firing of Willie Taggart this past year. Right. One, he previously had coached at USF, my favorite college team. He led us from the bottom. His first season, 2-10. Second season, 4-8. People wanted to fire him, but that's not what you do. You've got to give him time to rebuild.
You got to let him build.
Then we
went the same thing with Nebraska.
11-1.
If you look at Nebraska, so we had a coach named Mike Riley, and he was pretty really bad. Like, he was not good at all.
Right.
And then we got Scott Frost from UCF, and
hate them.
The coach is good. The team.
Hey, we're not going to deny that, man.
The team is also good. But anyway, so Mike, or what's his name? Whatever our last coach was. I don't even want to remember his name. It was so bad. But anyway, so he has top recruiting classes every single year. Mike Riley does, our old coach. And he did absolutely nothing with him. And that's a coach that you need to fire because you give them multiple years and they don't do anything. But a guy like Scott Frost, he's improved over the last 2 years. Right. And he just got the 20th best recruiting, or 20th best recruiting class in the country this year. So that's good. Willie Taggart
was improving. He was left in a terrible situation. I just didn't agree with the firing. I think FAU got a great hire, but what I was just referring to as a point back to Mike Conley. I hate all
you have to give him time.
Trade him. Oh, why did we waste money? Dude, I'm telling you, this man's going to be a key impact on our postseason, especially without Bojan Bogdanovic. We're also going to have to see guys like Jordan Clarkson, and now
he's going to take a step up for
Emmanuel Mudiay again.
Mm-hmm. Mudiay had a big role in the start of the season. He was coming off the bench right at the first start.
That 13 games back.
He was out. Yeah.
Kind of December, January, where we ended up going on like an 11-game win streak. Or maybe it was 10, something like that. And I remember in that game against the Wizards, we were down like 11 at halftime, ended up coming back and winning. And Emmanuel Mudiay
he was good.
Emmanuel Mudiay is a great player.
People forget that he has a lot of experience, and he wasn't bad in New York. He wasn't bad in Denver. He just was traded because he was added trade value. But if anybody and I don't know what's going to happen now that we lost our main developmental guy, the dude who went to the Knicks. But if anybody knows this, the Jazz are one of the best at developing players that are young into players that can go on and do really good things in this league.
Except Dante Exum.
Well, Dante Exum was a project. I hate how 2 weeks after he's traded, he goes and drops 30.
For real, my man never did that here. But, we got Jordan Clarkson out of it, so no complaints there.
Yeah, not bad.
But yeah, no, I We really
I'm excited to see him back.
up in Emmanuel Mudiay to come into place, and I'm excited. I always get upset when I don't see him out there, but I'm excited that he should get some playing time now.
I was excited to see KD and Kyrie, but now that's down the drain. So, I was gonna say, like, coming out of this break, KD's coming out of this like really strong. Yeah, I was thinking that he was gonna be really good.
Did you see the line? They're right now they're 750 to 1 odds to win the championship. If KD and Kyrie come back, they go to 60 to 1.
Wow, that's crazy.
I know. Like it just two players just can change it all like that.
That's crazy. But I mean, I don't doubt that that's wrong. That's like KD he's 7 feet tall, and I think a lot of people forget that. He's 7 feet tall, and he's so versatile. He has moves like no other 7-footer that we've ever seen. People can like say that he's kind of like Kristaps Porzingis, but Kristaps can't do that, dude. Like he can't break people's ankles like KD. Yeah. He's just a big, tall white guy who can shoot and dunk. And
that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy if KD and Kyrie came back, totally shook everything up. But I'm kind of glad they did it. I don't.
Yeah.
And that's a huge injury risk. It really is. It really is pushing the injuries for KD and Kyrie right there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they would have been to the finals because of just because just fresh coming in. I don't know about that. I think they could have made a push though. They would have had a shot. I'm not 100% bought on them making the finals, but they definitely would have had a shot.
Yeah, they definitely would have. So let's move into our next thing, and this is going to be buy or sell. So basically what this is, and everybody in the chat, you can answer these as well. And so we have about 3 things that we're going to do for buy or sell. And our first one is thoughts on the plan for the draft and next season. So are you going to buy in that? So what are you buying and selling in the draft? So do you think that Anthony Edwards goes first? Do you buy or sell that?
I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna go. LaMelo actually goes first.
LaMelo first. I think he goes third. I think he goes third.
What I would do, but I think he's gonna go first.
I think that here's my order. I say Anthony Edwards at number 1. Wiseman 2, what's his name? LaMelo 3, and then so on. And you can get into those guys, but some of the I know Alberto, you know that LaMelo is the best draft pick in 2K, but in real life, he has some issues with shot selection, passing, all that kind of stuff. But if he gets polished. He got polished in the EuroLeague a little bit, or wherever he played overseas. But
China, I think. Maybe I'm wrong.
Was it China? I think it was Australia, actually.
Yeah, you're right. It probably was
right. Australia. But anyway, so if he gets polished a little bit more coming into the NBA, I think he's gonna show some really good strides, and he's gonna be a good player. But I don't think that he's gonna be like all-star material. I think he's just good.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a little better than his brother, but not all
all-star material. But I think if he's anything like Lonzo, he's going to be a good player. We'll see.
And Lonzo, well, before we go bashing into Lonzo is getting there. He's becoming better. We've seen him improve. Definitely with the Pelicans. And what's going on, Walking Legend? Welcome into the stream, brother. Appreciate you stopping by in. Hope you're having a good day, man. You want to get into the next one?
Okay, so the next one that we are going to do is next season. So what are you thinking about next season? How's that going to work, do you think?
So a lot of the talk has been December 1st. Season ends October 12th. Then a month later, teams go into training camp. Season starts. I don't know what the deal with. I don't even know if there's going to be summer league. I don't even know the deal with that. It's going to be a wild ride, obviously.
Well, the one thing that I don't want to happen is that we end up starting late, right? And then we go, and that just continues. Like
it's
I like how the season starts. Like how it has. I don't think it's possible though.
I hate to inform you that is exactly what they're planning to do.
They're planning to just keep it starting at December 1st
and then go into August.
Man.
Because they're always they always are talking about how it interferes with football season.
Yeah.
And how they want to get their views back for that. And they can do more Saturday night ABC games. And so that's why they're and it's almost like a perfect plan, do that and then start at December 1st, and then there you go, just keep going from there. But that's
gonna feel weird though,
and then it will feel weird, but now it's not only baseball in the summer,
right?
It's not just baseball.
But I mean, I've always liked knowing that when the playoffs start, I know that's going to take me all the way to the end of the school year. It just goes straight from playoffs in the NBA to the end. So that's that's the one thing that I like. And I wish
you're always looking forward to that near the end of the year. Now playoffs won't start till June.
Yeah, which is tough.
Well, yeah, maybe even July, but I'm excited because now I've got NBA basketball on my birthday.
Yeah.
And which I only ever had MLB for, but my birthday actually is the day before the startup. But in the future, if they keep it like this, there's obviously going to be some games on July 30th that do happen sometimes. So that is what I'm excited about, just personally, so I can do something on my birthday.
Yeah.
But that, that's
in the past I've gone to a couple Jazz games on my birthday, and it's always fun. My grandparents used to have tickets. They got rid of them, but I still got to go to a Jazz game this year in Utah the day after Christmas, which was
the Trailblazers one. The one that we were wearing the purple. We were wearing the purple jerseys, and it was the one where Rudy Gobert actually had the clean block.
We were
up big. We were up big in that game, and then we ended up almost choking it. And then Damian Lillard came up the right side, tried to go behind, and Rudy Gobert said nope.
And I mean, it's really fun to go to NBA games. It's really expensive, but if you ever get the chance, you gotta go. Like, it is awesome. And also, happy birthday tomorrow, Josiah Gilbert.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Josiah.
Also, so I mean, it was crazy. Like the fans were. We thought that we should have had a Christmas game this year, and I think that that's valid. Like,
oh yeah,
who got it, but we didn't. Who was the one that they were saying got it instead of Utah for some reason?
Pelicans.
Pelicans, yeah.
Or it was the Nugget. No, it was Denver.
I think it was actually the Pelicans, because everybody was like,
well, they know because they got it because of Zion. They chose between Denver and Utah to play on Christmas.
Right.
And then I whatever. I'm not. You know what? What?
Yeah, I mean, we're a small market team. It happens. But
your friend Alberto Garcia just said Gobert is trash, man. I'm not even gonna get into that, man. There's so many things I could prove you wrong. One, my man is about to claim third defensive player of the year in a row because of shutting down the entire league. I mean, what an absolute go, bro. Stop. I mean, just think about it. He literally has stopped NBA players from scoring. No, not one person is scoring on him for 4 months.
4 months.
It's going to be 4 months. That's how insane of a defender he is. And also, you look at it, actual talk, 2 NBA defensive player of the years, defensive player, third team, I think a couple years ago. I mean, I could prove you wrong so many. And you have to watch the Jazz to actually be able to see how impactful he is on the game. So for you to say that it's just wrong. Okay, he said he's playing. Okay, good. I'm just making sure. Yeah, nobody wants to watch Denver, though. Real talk, nobody wants to watch Denver.
That was not goaltending against Dame. Watch it back.
When?
But he said that it was goaltending against Dame on the game. He caught that, dude. He was
Which one?
December 26th.
Oh no, he's talking about the one. He's talking about the other one.
Oh, I remember
that one was goaltending.
That
the one on
goaltending.
December 26th was not goaltending.
That was
the one on December 26th was an obvious clear block, and that was a different game. But yeah, the other one was 100%.
We got away with one. I mean, we've gotten away with a couple with Rudy this year. We got away with the one
the Pelicans
in New Orleans, and that was hilarious because everybody walked off the floor, so they couldn't really do crap. I mean, everybody was already gone.
It was close. It was really close. Hey, but we got it back because those refs down in Pelicans the next game absolutely treated us like garbage.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Remember, that's when we were on like our 10-game winning streak or something.
And then
when
we
got ended.
And I was like, how do you lose
I was live streaming the second half of that game, and I remember when Rudy Gobert hit that clutch free throw going nuts, bro. And then we were up 132-127 in overtime. I'm like, holy crap, we're going to get this win. This is insane. And then we ended up not getting the win. And then it all went downhill from there. We lost like 4 in a row, and that's kind of when we went our up and down stretch, you know?
Yeah. But I think that we'll come out of this pretty strong. So let's we'll see. Boyan,
I'm gonna go. We go 3-5.
3-5
on the comeback. I think
4-4.
I'll give you my prediction. If it's how they said they're gonna schedule it, I'll read you my game prediction for the 8 games. Thunder L, Pelicans L, Grizzlies win, Lakers L, Lakers L. Spurs win, Spurs lose, Mavericks win.
I think that we win both games against the Spurs.
No, we always play terrible against the Spurs.
I hope that's true. I do think we don't have. There's no advantage in this. Like there is nothing that is provoking anybody to be bad. This is just their game, and the court. Like they had nothing preventing them from doing well. So
that's true.
Let's talk about MVP. So Josiah Gilbert. So he's asking, let's talk about MVP. LeBron should win it. You see when Bron locked up Giannis and Kawhi in the same week? That man Bron's something special. Walk like a goat, talk like a goat. What is he? I think that Giannis is going to win it again.
Thank you.
I'm completely honest. He's going to win it.
Valuable player. Most
valuable.
Let's read it again. We're going to look up the definition of valuable. Okay. I'm going by what it valuable definition. We're gonna pull it up. Never mind. Most valuable. But the point is, what most valuable means is has the most impact to the team. You take LeBron off the Lakers team. Lakers are still a top 4 team in the West, right?
Yeah.
You take Giannis off the Bucks.
He's gone. They're gone.
Dude, they're 7-8 in the East. They're a playoff team.
Like I don't even know. They're fighting for their life of the playoffs.
Right.
I remember memes last year saying like when you have to carry too much of a load, they added some key pieces like Bledsoe. But you just look at. They're not without Giannis. What are they? They're
right. And I go back to further my point. In the last couple games before the lockdown, we're gonna look at the Bucks and remember Giannis Antetokounmpo was not playing in these quote unquote games. In their last so remember when LeBron freaking I quote unquote locked them up back on the 8th or on the 6th. And then he didn't play against the Suns, right? And after the end of the first quarter, the Suns were up 47-28. They ended up winning by 9. Right? The next game, he didn't play against the Nuggets. They lost by 14. Just further proves to show that they're not that amazing without Giannis.
No.
You know that the Suns and the Nuggets back to back, and not saying that they're.
They're not that they're
when you
bad.
take
I
them
mean, they
both
would
off the
probably
team,
still be the 8 seed, but I
and
mean,
Giannis's numbers are still really good.
the crazy thing about Giannis is I would not be surprised if he stays in Milwaukee. And it's not because he's not going to have any other offers, but it's because, well, obviously he's going to have offers, but he's not like, he's way too loyal, and it's almost like a delusionality. Like Bledsoe, for instance, they were playing the Clippers, right? He takes the ball and he walks out of bounds, and I know that a lot of people remember that he just took the ball and walked out of bounds, and of course, I mean that's a turnover, and then Giannis blamed it on himself that his teammate just walked out of bounds with the ball, which doesn't make any sense. And that's like part of that loyalty. And he's like, I mean, it's part of what he is. And
yeah, and I'm gonna go and
I
debunk.
wouldn't be surprised.
I'm gonna go and debunk what Josiah just said. He said, "No, I'm gonna show it up here." He says, "No, we are not. Braun got hurt on Christmas last year when we were 4 games from the 1 seed, and he came back when we were the 10 seed. Come on, you make a valid point there, but here's why it is not valid. It would have been valid last season, but this season, you've got Danny Green, Alex Caruso is a way better player." And you have Anthony Davis. So last year, you used the same scenario. And it's the same team. So you have the same roster from last year. And then you take LeBron. Sure, your point is proven true. But you have Anthony Davis now. You have Danny Green. So I totally understand where you're coming from in that. But we're talking about this year's MVPs. We're not talking about last year's. And obviously last year he couldn't win it because he was out for a lot of games. What was it, 30? Something like that. I could be wrong. Yeah. But last year, that point would have been valid. Absolutely. Nobody's going to deny that. But this year, with the amount of new players you have and better players, don't you all have Dion Waiters now too?
I think that's right. Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty
right.
sure. So y'all have got a better squad this year, so that point isn't valid this year.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, I do think though that there is no question Giannis will be the MVP this year. And also, you look at his game. So he already has that monster inside game. He can finish on anybody. He can jump over anybody. He can finish on anybody. And so you just look at his game. It's already good going out of last year. Then he adds the 3-ball to his game, which is still improving. That's really like the key, I think, in the MVP race this year. Like, he added the 3 to his game, and he was already an MVP last year with no 3-pointer. That's like if Ben Simmons had a 3-point consistent 3-pointer, he'd be nuts.
Dude, you're not kidding me, man. Ben Simmons would be, but I just don't like Ben Simmons, and I think you know why I like Ben Simmons. So I'm still salty about 2017. So
yeah.
It is what it is. All right, you want to get to the next topic?
All right, let's do it. So the next buy or sell is, and this is for everybody, just put it in the chat, 2K sounds in consideration for being used at Disney during the games. What do you guys think about that? Say buy or sell. Are you buying into that or are you selling it?
One sec. I'm going to put this in the chat. Sell.
I'm going to say sell. I don't think that's even.
Oh, wait, hold on one sec. What's up, John? Welcome in the stream. Welcome in. All right, go ahead.
So I don't even think that. I mean, that would be so weird because you're like using computer generated sounds at a thing. I think if they're gonna do it, they're gonna have people come in there and record before they do it, and then they'll use those sounds to have people or to like simulate people being there. I don't think they would use 2K sounds because it's just like animated and weird. That'd
I know when I was watching when I was watching Bundesliga, they had the automated sounds in the background. It didn't sound too bad, but I think it's different with the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
because the fans, like you watch any finals, the fans are the game. The fans make you feel the game. They I mean, they are the game. So
and in soccer, it's totally different as well. You know, the fans, they do these chants like,
they
hey,
chant nonstop. Yeah.
you know, they do stuff like that. So it's like easy. You know, they just play the team fight song, something like that. It's not like
Yeah.
that in the NBA.
No.
So I just don't know how I feel about that, man. I just do not.
We'll see. I think it would be
know.
very funny if they did, though. I mean, I don't think everybody would know what the sounds were coming from, but if they did use 2Ks, I'm sure 2K would market that. Okay, so our next one, and this is our last buy or sell, and then we're going to get into tweets of the week, which we're going to do some searching, and you guys can put some of those in too. So our last buy or sell is, will Mike Conley come out of the break stronger than he was before?
Bye.
Sure, dude.
Absolutely bye. Just you wait, man. You've given him some time. I'm telling you, he's gonna need to step up, especially in the playoffs. Okay, especially in the playoffs, He's experienced. He's
going to
a
be
leader.
extremely
He is going to turn up not maybe turn up, but he's going to have a big role in the playoffs. You saw what he can do. He's had sparks in the season, but he's been relatively on the right track, especially near the end. You know, you had on the fourth, maybe it was, against the Celtics, where he dropped 25. He was absolutely balling that game.
Yeah.
And so you've seen sparks like that. I just really like what I see with Conley.
I mean, even if you just watch the horse tournament thing, I mean, like that was enough for me. Yes, Conley has been to the playoffs. I can't remember
with the grit and grind. In Memphis.
Yeah.
What? Josiah, come on, man. And what's going on, Cooper J Sports?
What's up, dude?
I assume that's one of yours.
Soccer is a sport, yes.
Yes. Wait, is that one of your subscribers? I've never seen him in here before.
I don't know.
Well, welcome in, Cooper J.
What's up?
He might not be new. I forget. He's probably been on one of my NBA streams. But guys, real quick before we keep on going in there, guys, I'm dropping Backcourt's link. He's at 26 subscribers. Let's try and get him to 30 subscribers by the end of the night. That would be 12 people that subscribe to him. So let's get him to 30 subscribers. So if you are new to his channel, definitely go and subscribe to his channel. He's going to be doing some live play-by-play reactions for the games. For NBA games, I'm sure when they come back, and then we're also gonna be doing some duos. Not duo. Why do I say it like we're playing Call of Duty or something? We're gonna be doing some collab streams on NBA games. It's gonna come on my channel. We're gonna call play-by-play reaction for the games, and then probably over the next season when he grows. I'm going to be going on his channel and so forth. I already have I'll talk to you after the stream ends and how I kind of want to run those streams. And
all right.
It'll kind of be based on whose channel it's on, but I'll explain it all later. But that definitely, guys, if you have not already subscribed to Backcourt NBA, also I'm going to be sharing your thing out on my community post on my Discord later tonight. So all that good stuff. So you'll get some new subscribers and just.
All right, sweet.
When
no
the
problem,
NBA,
no problem.
Just when the NBA pops up, just know he will be providing you all with some great content.
So one thing, and I saw this Josiah. So I'm gonna tell you some stats here. So 2007 was Mike Conley's first year in the league, so he's obviously a vet, right? So we're looking at his 2007 stats, and this was his rookie year. So he played 26.1 minutes per game, and he had 9.4. Ever since then, he has added a little bit, and this is the only year that he went down.
Most underrated point guard in the past. The fact that you don't know of Mike Conley, the great grind era, so loyal to Memphis,
People before this year were saying that the Jazz could possibly be the organization that takes him to the next level to get him up to where he can start doing
And I'm hoping he does next year, man. I'm not giving up on him yet.
The only thing is he's in more of a role player role now because we already have a core. So
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, so
I still think we should have went after D'Angelo Russell, but whatever.
Yeah, but the thing is, you want to get guys who want to play in Utah because before this, the last big guy that we got off of free agency was, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's Carlos Boozer. Yeah, that's right. So Carlos Boozer was the last big guy that we got, and he was just okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was just okay. So
and since then, it's really been Bojan. That was a great
he was a huge get. So, but if we're gonna go after people, we want them to stay. And Mike Conley's a family man. Utah has really good. It has everything that you would need to do that kind of stuff. But anyway, so we're looking at 2010, 13.7 a game. 2011, he went down. He went to 12.7. And also, may I add, he is the leader in. Hold on, let me look this up.
And I know we had a great year in 2015. I can assure you that.
Yeah, Grizzlies. Grizzlies stats records. That's very true. He is a top 900 player of all time. Okay, so here we go. Okay. Now I'm just going to read you some of these, and it's basically just a fight between Mike Conley and Zach Randolph not Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol for basically all of these. So number one in games for the Grizzlies, Mike Conley was 788.
Oh yeah, Mike Conley leads him in like everything.
He was there, and Marc Gasol in minutes played 25,917. Field goals is also Marc Gasol because he's a big man. Field goal attempts is Mike Conley at 9,484. 3-point field goals is Mike Conley. And this is all-time leaders in their history of the team. So Mike Conley, 3-point field goals. Mike Conley, 3-point field goal attempts. Also, Mike Conley field goals missed, but let's not think about that. So Mike Conley leads in assists, steals. Let me keep looking. Points. And it's not even close. So, or actually, it is close. Well, but they're both gone. It's just between Mike Conley and Marc Gasol. Then it drops down by like 3,000.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, they were all together.
You want me to look at you with a straight face and say that I would take Conley over Shamet? I'll look at you with a straight face and say I will take Conley over Shamet. That is not even a question.
Landry Shamet?
Landry Shamet, yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I think that Shamet's up on the rise, but
not yet. Not fully. Well, I still need Conley's experience in the playoffs. I'm telling you, just watch. It's going to be key.
I think that, but just going on Landry Shamet, I can't stand his game, dude. It is so annoying. He's like basically a mini Trae Young or like junior Trae Young. Like if you could order a sandwich and it was called a Trae Young Jr., it would be Landry Shamet for sure. But anyway, so let's go into tweets of the week. So we're going to have you guys send in whatever tweets you want us to look at. And also we'll be looking around for some NBA tweets.
Yeah, sure. Wow. I know there was, obviously.
It would have been easier when The Last Dance was happening.
Yeah, no, there was obviously the one obviously announcing that the NBA was coming back. I think we all liked that tweet. That was a really good one. And then, I don't go on Twitter all that much. I'm gonna go look on there right now, but obviously Twitter not my like main thing. But let's see. Twitter.
So, one of them was obviously the thing about what's his name, Dame, how he said that he didn't want to play because I thought that was really funny. And I thought
that
one. And there's just a lot of stuff going on, and this would have been easier to do when it was the when it was Last Dance going on. That was awesome. Did you watch The Last Dance? Yeah, I assume you did.
No, I actually didn't.
You should.
Because I'm salty.
For sure.
I should.
I mean,
I'm not watching the last episode though. No matter what I do, I'm not watching the last one.
I watched the last one, and that was actually one that kind of like. Well, actually, I mean, like 2 days after that, Jerry Sloan passed away, which kind of sucked.
Yeah.
You know, that stunk. But other than that, I mean, it was a great.
It did seem like it was a great day. I just, as a Jazz fan, I mean,
it was tough to watch.
It just
the shot.
I always had something going on Sunday with my family that we did something on every Sunday.
Yeah.
And so I never really just got. I'm sure, but it's good to have something because I have tons of TV shows to watch. It's good to have something in a couple years. If I'm bored, I can just go and watch that. So
no kidding, but I mean, like there were so many like things about Jerry Sloan, and one of the things was that when who was the Bulls coach? Phil Jackson. So when Phil Jackson came out onto the floor and for game 1 or game for game 3 of the finals when it was in Salt Lake, he had earplugs in because the fans were so loud. And this is like 30 minutes to tip off, and they're already breaking records in the NBA for how loud it was. Yeah. So I mean that tells you like it's generational. There has never been like Utah has one of the strongest fan bases.
They do.
And just so do the Lakers. So do the Lakers. But like I know Lakers fans that have stuck with the team even when like in 28, like all those years before they got LeBron, and even the first year when they got LeBron when they sucked, like that they still stuck with him, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I hate unloyal fans. I but Utah, Jen, you know what? And people will be like, "Oh no, you don't. You have racists." Everyone, no, that's a bunch of bullcrap. One man's action does not define an entire fan base's actions.
Yeah.
Right.
I saw that and I was like, I get that's not good. I mean, that's not good for Karl Malone to do that, but it's like so long ago.
Just because that man said something and he quote unquote supports the team you do, it doesn't make you racist. No.
Yeah. I mean,
it makes him a racist.
Yeah. So anyway,
but other than Utah does have really good people and really nice fans, and they're so passionate about the game. I can't wait till one day go to a Jazz game. And then the playoff crowd seems electric, man.
Oh, it's nuts, dude. They have.
Have you ever been?
I haven't been, but I've wanted to go for forever. But I mean, I hope that I can go sometime. I mean, maybe if we make enough money off of this, we can buy tickets and then we can live stream the game.
I know, right?
I know that'd be sick. But anyway, so I'm seeing your message, Josiah. So I like what Karl Malone said. So MJ is MJ, but don't think for a second he was the team. The Bulls had a lot of good players too. It wasn't me versus Michael. It was me versus Chicago. So basically what he was trying to say is he didn't think of Michael Jordan as that whole team like a lot of other players did. So, I mean, I somewhat agree with him on that, but also, I mean, Steve Kerr was solid. John Paxson, solid. You have, I mean, Bill Wellington, he was okay. He's just a big white guy. But, I mean, they weren't a bad team at all. I think that you take Jordan out of there, they're still pretty decent. But I also liked what John Stockton said. He said he didn't want to be part of a Michael Jordan puff piece. I mean, I didn't like that, but I understand where he's coming from. Like, I mean, Utah outscored the Bulls. Like in those two series, they scored more points. I think that's what I heard.
You could be right, but
I don't know. But they lost the games regardless. But they were not a bad team. And, well, in fact, they were probably the hardest challenge for those Bulls teams that they ever had to face. Another one was the Pacers. The Pacers team that had Reggie Miller and the other ones, they were really good as well.
No, you're right. And what's going on, Philly Sports Fanatic? Welcome in the stream, brother. Appreciate you stopping in.
Dude. Well, but Philly, what about last year for the Lakers? Like, they were not good. And I couldn't stand watching them. Like, it was hard to watch that team.
Oh, I loved watching them when they were losing, bro, every game.
Well, yeah, that's true. You love to watch it. But, they've had hardships. Just in January, Kobe passes away. And even though they were dropping, like, Kobe never went to those games, but they were dropping jerseys for him, like, every month. And people kind of got annoyed about that. But I think now they would, they would like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyway.
Anything else you got on your list?
Nope, I think that's it. So we will probably end up doing a football podcast as well.
Yeah.
And maybe
we'll get in the works with that probably sometime later. Well, what's today? I can do. We'll talk about it. I can do really anytime. I'm always open. Freaking nothing's going on. But just stay on with me like after we wrap it up, just so I can kind of give you the layout.
All right, no problem.
What I was talking to. But I really do appreciate everyone stopping into to our first quote unquote podcast that we are doing. We're going to be doing these a few more times. And then we will be doing some NBA games together. We'll be streaming them together. Obviously, we will do some on our own. Most will be on our own, but there will be a few times here and there, maybe one or twice this season, and then even more next season that we will do collaborations and go live 4 games together. Call those games. I have something on OBS where I can do something with Skype and get them on, so we can do that.
Yep.
But that's going to wrap it up for us, guys. Make sure if you have not already, hit the like button on the stream and go subscribe to my man, Backcourt NBA. I know most of you have, but if you have not already subscribed to Backcourt NBA, if you just scroll up a little bit in the chat, his link should be there. And definitely go make sure to go subscribe over to his channel. But that's all from us. Appreciate everyone tuning in, and I hope you guys have a great night.
All right. See you, everybody. Bye-bye.
All right, 1 second.